Hey there, welcome. Now, how about this book, The Science of Getting Rich? Isn't this such a small but such a fascinating and magnetic book to read? Now, I don't know about you, I don't know how you found this video on YouTube, I don't know if you've read the book yourself, maybe you'll let me know in the comments below, but if you're like most people, you probably, right, started to listen to the book on YouTube, or you probably started to read it, the physical version, but you found it very magnetic and you couldn't put it down. You just read it day in and day out. That's what I did back in the days. I found the book, I started reading it. I was like, oh my God, this is such a fascinating book. I started reading it every single day. I was listening to the audio. I was studying the book. I was doing all these things. I was going crazy about it. This is what most people do. But yet, when I read it 3-4 years ago, I was kind of having results in my business, but it wasn't really taking off. And I was wondering, well, why is this? And now that we get to interview so many people about the same stuff and seeing them failing, achieving their financial goals, applying the principles from the book, studying it every single day, I was wondering what is wrong here, right? And we had to investigate it, and we in fact found 3 reasons why people fail reading this book and what to do about it, you know? And I've thought so hard. I put our team to thinking about why they're failing and what we can do about it, that we created this whole little system that I'm going to be sharing here for free. I hope you appreciate it. I believe it's really awesome. You'll love it. But it's really a great system to make sure that you're not failing applying the principles from this book, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But first, let me share that my name is Peter Antonov. If you haven't met before, I'm the founder of Global Expert Space. Really happy to have you here. And we're on a mission, right? We kind of set out this mission. I don't know if you're a subscriber yet. I don't know if you're not. But we set out the mission to get to 10,000 subscribers first. Facebook, for example, we have 113,000 likes. Easier. And I can teach you how to do this if you have a page or whatever the case. So we said, well, for the people that subscribe to our channel, they basically support us, right? And I'm so grateful. And I said, well, how about we do something really special to where we get to give away some iPhones, we get to give away some books, we get to give away some stuff to our subscribers for supporting us, right? I mean, we're shooting these amazing videos and you guys like them, but how about giving something tangible, no matter where you live? If you live in the UK, if you live in the United States, in Australia, heck, if you live in India, how about we send you these gifts, and we're going to be doing this at 10,000 subscribers. So just wanted to let you know, for those of you who are already subscribers, you're going to participate in this. We're going to get to pick so many people, more than 10 people. It's going to be a lot of fun. And for those of you who haven't subscribed, if you get some value from this video, hey, you can participate in this, subscribe, and I'll be really happy to have you as part of the community. Now, that being said, let's continue with why people fail reading The Science of Getting Rich and what to do about it. I believe this is the best system, hands down, not because we came up with it, but because we really put the time thinking about it, right? When you think about something, as we're going to see, you'll figure it out sooner or later, right? So here's the reason why most people fail at this book. Reason number 1. Well, what is happening is that, see, for a book to be successful, and this is really interesting. I don't know about it. I don't know if you know about this concept, but it's really interesting. For a book to be successful, for a book to sell really well, it's not just about teaching you what works, right? There are many books that say, hey, I'm going to summarize the principles of the top billionaires, and they're not successful, right? They teach you the best stuff. They say, okay, Mark Zuckerberg is doing this, Warren Buffett is doing this, Mark Cuban is doing this billionaire guy or a gal is doing this, but yet they're not successful. The books that are successful have something in common. Do you know what it is? The books that are the most successful books. Well, what they have in common is that they're covered in a story. They're covered in a philosophy. They're covered in an enigma. They're covered in something like a mystery. You see, this book right here, the reason why people love it so much is because it's a mystery. It's something so interesting. It's something so enigmatic. It's something philosophical that people read it and they say, oh wow, that makes sense. That's kind of like a science, but it's kind of like a mystery. I really appreciate it. Now, you're probably thinking, Peter, that's BS, right? This is not true. Well, let me give you another example. Have you heard about a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? Maybe you have. Now, do you know that this book is one of the most successful, best-selling books of all time? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Maybe you know this too. This is top 20 best-selling books of all times. Think and Grow Rich. Now, most people would say, but Peter, why is this? Think and Grow Rich is not even as as good of a book as some of Napoleon Hill's other books. Some people would say Napoleon Hill has another book that is called Laws of Success that is not as successful as Think and Grow Rich. Why is Think and Grow Rich selling so much better? Why everyone knows Think and Grow Rich but not Napoleon Hill's other books if they're better? You see, why is this? Laws of Success, Napoleon Hill says, okay, here's how to succeed. Principle 1, Principle 2, Principle 3. And Think and Grow Rich is different, not as complete, not as good, some people say, and yet more successful. Why? Well, the reason why Think and Grow Rich is one of the best-selling books of all time is because Think and Grow Rich is a mystery. Think and Grow Rich is an enigma. What does Think and Grow Rich? The book starts and Napoleon Hill says, now in this book, I'm going to teach you how to become rich. But see, I'm not going to tell you the secret. What I'm going to do in this book is I'm going to tell you a few stories and you have to find the secret by yourself. People love this. This is why the book is so successful, because then people read it and they say, oh wow, I found the secret. You see, they go to their friends and they say, did you find the secret? Well, I found the secret, you see. So that's why it's so successful. It's enigmatic. It's philosophy. It's something so special. It's something different. It's something that doesn't tell you what it is directly. So this book, and see, this book is the same way. And if you look at the best-selling books of all times, for example, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a story, right? My Rich Dad, my Poor Dad. Then you have The Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. You see both of these experts like Harv Eker, Robert Kiyosaki, just further away here from San Diego, California, living in Arizona, right? Great guys in this industry. Like, what is happening is that they write these best-selling books, but when it comes to this book, this is why people fail. Alright? This is why people fail. What is happening is that this book is such a mystery. It's such a philosophical bestseller and it's just great. But because of this, people start reading it and they enjoy it. Kind of like a novel. Oh wow, this is great. Let me see what is happening. So interesting. That makes a lot of sense. God wants me to be rich. Fantastic. What else? Oh, okay, so I deserve to have a lot of wealth. Perfect. And they read all these principles and they miss the practical part. Because if you pay attention to how this book was written, great book by the way, I'm not saying anything bad about this book, I'm just analyzing human behavior and why people are not taking the maximum from this book. Because see, hey, the science of getting rich, we're supposed to be achieving our financial goals, but the experiment that we did is we recorded the book in a different language. We have another company where we teach people in Europe marketing and how to promote products and services online. And we recorded the book and we put it online. And it has 40,000 views on YouTube. It's a different channel. And so many people have watched it. And we surveyed them. We said, now for those of you who have listened to the book again and again and again and again, can you tell us a little bit about your results? Can you tell us a little bit about how you get to achieve your financial goals based on the book? What are the principles that you apply? And pretty much almost none of them could tell you, I applied this and this is helping me because of that achieve this amount of wealth in my life. No one can tell you this. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And I started to look at the book very carefully and I noticed that in every single chapter, you have 90% of the chapter philosophical motivation. 90% of the chapter is what I call philosophical motivation, to where it motivates you. It tells you, now because of this law, this is the law of attraction, so if you do things in a certain way, you're going to get rich. If you do things in this way, you're going to get rich. But only 2 or 3 sentences are the actual action steps. You see, and this is not wrong. There's nothing wrong about it. But people are getting so caught up in the philosophical motivation that they miss the action steps, because they just like the mystery. People like novels. Some people, you see, if I don't make this YouTube video entertaining, you're not going to watch it. You see, you're not going to watch it. People like entertainment, and that's why they read this book for entertainment. But I want you to actually get rich if this is your goal. That's why I summarize the best action steps, and I'm going to explain it to you in a system, because I've thought about it a lot, right? I've thought about it a lot. I've read this book multiple times. I advised with some of our team members to make sure that I give you the best of the best with this video. Maybe you share it, you subscribe, you like it, whatever the case is, get rich. But I want you to have results. And I'm going to give you all the principles from the book, and you're going to tell me, is this valuable or what? But I'm going to do it in a way so that you really get it. I'm going to strip down all the philosophical stuff. Now the first thing, and this is the second reason why people fail, is because they don't really get the principles. Do you know what I mean? They don't really get them. They kind of understand it, but they don't really do them. So the goal is not just to understand them, but to have the action steps of, okay, what do I do every single day to apply this specific principle? And what you can do is you can take a pen and piece of paper and draw the same thing that you're going to draw, that I've drawn here for you, so that you can start applying and that you can start thinking about this stuff as I'm explaining them to you. Do we have a fair joke? I believe. And so what is the first thing that you have to focus on? And of course, this is easy stuff. A lot of people speak about it. This is the easiest thing. But you need to have definite vision for what you want to achieve, right? The book speaks about it. Everyone knows about this. Here's easy. Definite vision. But see, definite vision. But what is happening is that, what is definite vision? See, some people say, Peter, I want to become a millionaire. Or, hey, I want to achieve this. Now, this is great. And people say I have this goal. But what people don't have is a definite vision of not just visualizing, hey, my life is going to be this, I'm going to live in this mansion, this is how my business is going to look. But what they have to do is every single day, they have to spend time thinking about it. You see? And a perfect example here is Warren Buffett. Now, if you watch an interview from his partner, Charlie Munger. Now, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger are partners. They both work in Berkshire Hathaway. Charlie Munger, also a billionaire, advise each other, help each other, partners, been partners for many, many years. And so Charlie Munger says the reason why Warren Buffett is the most successful investor of our time is because he has thought about it. He has thought about it more than anyone else. A lot of people have a goal, well, I want to become a millionaire, but they don't think about it every single day. And when I say think about it, it doesn't mean think about it, just repeat it, right? Affirmations. It doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to become a millionaire, I'm going to become a millionaire, repeating it. What it means is thinking about the plan of how you're going to do it and improve it in your mind, improve it on a piece of paper, and actually think about exactly how it's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? For example, you say, okay, I'm doing online marketing, I'm promoting products and services on the internet, I'm going to become a millionaire with this, but what I'm going to do today, I'm going to spend 1.5 hours thinking about my specific vision and the plan on how I'm going to achieve it. And you say, okay, maybe if I promote this product and service, maybe I build my own online course and promote my own online course. Okay, so if it's $1,000, I have to sell this amount of courses and I'm going to make $1 million, right? Then, okay, so what do I have to do in order to sell that amount of courses? Well, maybe no one is going to buy from me because I don't have any authority. Well, what do I have to build an authority? Do I have to build a big Facebook page? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? And actually thinking about this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Do you know something really interesting? Nikola Tesla, you've heard about him. He's one of the greatest inventors. He was living at the same time, at the same era with Thomas Edison. But you know, Thomas Edison is famous with his statement that, you know, you can, about inventing the incandescent light bulb, you know, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. But Nikola Tesla says, see, Thomas Edison did it wrong. If he has thought about it in his head, if he had planned about it every single day, kind of thinking in his head about the different plans, he would have succeeded with incandescent light bulb even on the first time. What is happening is that, see, many people take action before thinking prior to this. For example, this video, now I spend a lot of time thinking to make sure that it's going to be a successful video. Now you never know, but making sure that people are looking for it on YouTube, making sure that you're going to get value, making sure that I'm making it very nicely. So I spend a lot of time thinking about it, hours and hours, to make sure that the whole plan is great so that we can take the maximum of it and we can serve as many people as possible. So this is the first thing. You need to have a definite vision. You have to think more than other people. Many people don't think about their goals every single day. You have to spend 1 hour, 2 hours thinking about your plans and improving them. Does this make sense? Well, great. Now, the second thing that the book says people just miss is you have to create and don't compete. See, that's how you get rich. You create and you don't compete. So create versus compete. Now, what does this mean? Okay, so let's say you have a goal and you say, Peter, I want to become a millionaire, and you start thinking every single day and you start to improve your plan. And you say, well, this doesn't work, let me improve it. Now, how about this? And you start thinking, okay? And when you start thinking, something really interesting happens, right? What is happening? When you start thinking and when you start setting plans, your subconscious mind kicks in. And when your subconscious mind kicks in, it starts giving you solutions. Some people call them hunches. And let's say, for example, you're thinking, well, I went to a party the other day and I met this other guy, or I met this other girl. What was her name? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. And then you go to the shower and you're taking a shower, you don't think about it, and you say, oh, Elizabeth, right? All of a sudden it comes out of nowhere. How? Because you were thinking prior to this. You see how important it is to think about, and we're going to get even more detailed in a second. You see how important it is to think about your vision, how you're going to become a millionaire, and how exactly are you going to be following these action steps so that then your subconscious mind can present you with different action steps that you can take. Great. Now you say, Peter, that's great. I have this goal. I want to become a millionaire. Now what do I do? Then the next thing that you have to do is you have to start creating. You know what I mean? What is creating? Now, when you're building a business, right? Or when you're trying to become a millionaire. Now, I don't know another way to become a millionaire, for example, than building a business. If you know, let me know, maybe investing in something, whatever the case. But what the case is that you have to start creating. For example, many people, they will start a YouTube channel, right? We spoke about YouTube channels. They will start a YouTube channel, they will take someone else's video and they will just put it in YouTube. Now, Wallace Wattles says you're not going to succeed this way because you're basically competing with what is already out there. You're doing the same stuff that everyone else is doing. Even John D. Rockefeller, the richest person that has ever lived, says the reason why most people struggle is because they're doing the same that everyone else is doing. What you have to do is you have to create. You have to create. Before we created this video, I kind of checked on YouTube and I was like, okay, let me see what other videos are on this topic. And guess what? I saw so many people, tens and tens of videos that are the audio book for this book, right? The audio version. And so many people did the audio book again and again and again. And I'm like, why? But this already exists. It doesn't make any sense because people are going to go to YouTube, they're going to watch the first audio book and listen to it. So I said, if we're going to create a video, it has to be something that really gives people value, and it has to be something that really is different than what is out there. You have to create your own stuff. That's why I see people in affiliate marketing, they say, I'm going to get rich by promoting other people's products, and just spam with their link. You're not going to make money like this. That's why we teach people you have to create your own products. You have to build your online course, for example. You see, when you build your online course, when you build your own products, you create. You don't compete with other people. You create something out of nowhere. And this is how you attract people, because you're the creator. People want to associate with someone who has created something. Even in traditional business, you see, people create one store, make a little bit of money. People create a franchise business, they make a lot of money because they create a lot of stores in different locations and a lot of people can benefit from them. So the more you create, the more money you're going to make. You have to start creating. What have you created so far? Have you created videos for the internet? Have you created blog posts? Have you created a physical business? Have you wrote a book? You have to start creating if you want to get rich. I haven't seen anyone who's got rich without creating. Even Warren Buffett, you say he's investing on the stock market in companies, whatever the case is, but he's writing these essays. And he writes these essays for investors so investors can read his essays and learn from his wisdom and then maybe invest in his company, Berkshire Hathaway. You see, all these people are creating, so I want to challenge you right now. Are you creating? This is how you're going to get rich, and I feel so many people miss this. Do you create? You just read Wallace Wattles' books. Peter, I don't create. Why did you read this book? I mean, did you even listen to it? It's crazy. Now, the second thing that everyone knows is you have to be grateful. You see, so crucially important, but most people don't do it because they don't have a system of how to be grateful. Now, the way to be grateful is by making it a habit. Now, for example, what I do every single morning, I wake up and I do exercise, I do push-ups. It's really easy. For example, you can do 100 push-ups or you can do 50 push-ups. You can do some squats, you can do some, jumping jacks, all kinds of stuff like this. But you can do some exercise. Then what I do is gratitude. So basically, I'm being grateful. I write down, this is what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that every single day. Because when you do this, Wallace Wattles explains, remember what I told you about how you actually get rich? The way you do it is by having a plan. You say, I'm going to be a millionaire, and you have this plan. Okay, this is the actions that I'm going to follow to actually achieve my goal. These are the actions I'm going to follow to achieve my goal. Then your subconscious mind is giving you even better action ideas. You see, even better, you have hunches. You write them down, but when you're grateful, Wallace Wattles says, you basically get these ideas. You have a solid connection with your subconscious mind, and some people call it, like Napoleon Hill, infinite intelligence. Some people call it God, but the bottom line is that when you're grateful, you get all these ideas how you can actually make it happen. If you're not grateful, you broke the connection. You see, so if you're not grateful, if you're not happy for what you already have, God, infinite intelligence, the universe, doesn't give you ideas on how to improve your plan. Because this is the bottom line. You have a goal to become a millionaire. You have all these action steps and ideas on how to make it happen. You follow the plan, and we'll get to the action taking. And when you're grateful, you get even better ideas on how to make it happen. Does this sound great? That's why you have to be grateful every single day. The other thing is you have to believe. You have to believe that you're going to achieve it. There has to be no doubt in your mind that you're going to achieve your goal. And you have to be grateful for achieving your goal in advance. Now, this, I repeat stuff that people know, and this is kind of like an easy stuff, but still it is important to pretty much tell it to you one more time, because many people forget. They're happy one day, they say, I believe I'm going to succeed, but then they stop believing. You see, when you stop believing, even for a day, this might be critical for your success. This might be disastrous for your success. It's important that you believe all the time. I don't care what you do. You can go to the mirror and you can say, I believe in myself. I'm the best. I'm going to crush it. I'm going to make everything I have to make to succeed. I'm destined to be the one. I'm Neo who's going to save the world. I don't care what you do. If you do affirmations, if you do anything out there, but you have to believe in yourself, and because if you don't believe in yourself, why would anyone else believe in you? Then you're going to attract it. So the way I believe, these stages you create all the time. I don't care if you're going to create YouTube videos, if you're going to create an online course like we teach our students, but you have to create, and at the same time you have to be grateful and you have to believe. Now the next thing that you have to do is you say, Peter, okay, now I'm taking action. I have the plan, I have my goal, for example, become a millionaire, I have the vision, I have the action plan, and because I'm grateful and because I believe, infinite intelligence and my subconscious mind is guiding me by giving me even better action steps and guiding me along the way. Great. And then you also create, so you build a business. If you're not creating, you're not building a business, you're not making any money. Are we clear on this one, right? This is important. Now, you have to have efficient days. Every single day has to be efficient, says Wallace Wattles. And alrighty, I had to stop this video for a second because the cart, right, with all the videos, that is the storage card, got full. Go figure, right? So now we're continuing from what I stopped just recently, just right now. And so I hope you're getting a lot of value from this video so far. By the way, you would make me a huge favor, and I'm going to turn up the enthusiasm here for a little bit, but I hope you're getting a lot of value. And please let me know in the comments below, what do you think about it? Are you watching this video? I know some people have stopped this video, but if you're watching, man, I think you're way on your way to success. There's so many people watching trainings, but not many of them as committed as you are, as dedicated as you are to your personal success. So I'm really excited about this, and I'll be really happy if you let me know in the comments below, how do you like this video? How do you like this format? Do you enjoy the format that we have here? And do you think that I should keep doing videos like this, and if this is valuable to you? Don't worry about it. You'll be able to post me another comment at the end of the video, but just right now, please stop and let me know in the comments below. I'll really appreciate it, and then we keep going. Awesome. Did you write your comment? Amazing. I really appreciate this. Now let's continue. Where did I get to? Right, I got to the efficient days. This is the next step. And now pretty much by the end of the video, you're going to know the full formula for getting rich, right, from the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. You're going to know the full formula. I distilled the best action ideas in one system so that you can take advantage of it. How awesome is that? And right now we're going to be talking about the efficient days, the efficient action, and then we're going to continue with the specific industry. How do you choose the industry that you should be devoting your time in? For example, if you want to become a millionaire, or whatever the case is, if you want to provide this financial security for yourself and your family in specific industry, how do you choose this industry? How do you become good enough in what you're doing so that you can make the money that you desire? I'm going to be talking about these principles from the book, and then I'm going to tell you how the money comes to you. Because remember, money is just an idea. It's an exchange of value. So how do you exchange your value that you're going to create, alrighty, everything starts coming together to you, I hope. And how are you going to get the money that you want in return? I'm going to be speaking about this, and with this we're going to complete the whole formula, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's continue. Well, right now what is important is to understand that every day of yours has to be an efficient day. What does this mean? Well, as Wallace Wattles puts it, if every single day of yours is an efficient day, you're guaranteed to succeed in your goal of getting rich, maybe, right? So how do you make every single day of yours as a success? Well, the only thing to remember is that you have to do as much as you can do this day, right? Wallace Wattles says it, but see, it's not that easy when you start doing it, right? Maybe you start the day and you say, Peter, today I'm going to do 7 things. I have them on my to-do list. I start taking action, but at 3 o'clock, I kind of fall trapped in Facebook. I look at the news feed, I'm watching animals on YouTube. What is it happening? I'm wasting all my time. My day was not a success. Why is this? Well, you know, at the beginning, it's kind of like this until you get the hang of it. And when you get the hang of it, oh boy, does it become fantastic, because when you get the hang of it, you're going to take so much action every single day that you're pretty much going to fill all your day with, what do you have to fill it with? With creating, with being grateful, with believing, and doing the other things that I'm going to share with you. And the easiest way to get the hang of it, having as much action taken every single day towards your goals, because the more action you take, the more likely you are to reach your goals faster. The way to do this is by the end of each day. And this is really easy. It sounds easy, but so many people don't do it, right? So by the end of each day, you sit down and you say, okay, what did I do today? First, I did this. Great. Was this good? Okay, fine. Then I did this, and this. Well, okay. Where did I get distracted today? And you see, oh my God, I fall trapped into Facebook. I was looking at the news feed. I saw all these things happening. I wasted 2 hours on Facebook. Well, guess what? Tomorrow, I'm not going to do this. But in order for you to succeed, having every single day of yours as an efficient day, you have to look back every single day and say, okay, was my day successful? And what distracted me from taking action? You see, this is the real secret. Now, Wallace Wattles doesn't speak about this. I pretty much added it, but he says every day of yours has to be an efficient day, and this is how you do this. You look back and you say, what distracted me today? And tomorrow I'm going to make my day efficient. And the goal is to eliminate all distractions that you have throughout the day. And when you do, maybe in 7 days, maybe in a month, maybe in a few months, the only thing that you're going to be doing every single day is take action towards your goal, and then you're going to succeed fast. Alright, the next thing that you have to do is not only take as much action that you can every single day, right? You have to do everything that you can do that day. The next thing that you have to do is every single action that you take has to be efficient, right? Efficient action. Now, what does this mean? What most people do, for example, we spoke about YouTube channels. They would say, Peter, I want to build my YouTube channel, and they would start creating videos, right? They're creating, really important. I hope you would start creating after you finish this video, but they would start creating videos, and they say, okay, I'll just go out and I'll shoot a video, then I'll shoot another one, and I'll shoot another one, and they make 10 things at once, 10 videos they shoot at the same time. But what is happening is that they take action, yes, but their actions are not efficient. The goal is not just to take the action. The goal is not just to send the emails. The goal is not just to speak with the people. The goal is that every single action you take, you do it 100% and you give it your all. For example, if you're going to be shooting a video, if you're going to be creating something, you better make sure that it's going to be great. You better make sure that you prepare. You better make sure that you do your research. Because what is the point of creating something if no one is going to watch it? What is the purpose of doing something that is not going to bring you results? Right? Because you're going to have efficient days, you're going to do as many things that you can every single day, but if all of these things that you do are not efficient, if they're not done in the proper way, you're not going to succeed fast. But what if you did 10 things today, and all these 10 things you did in the best way possible, right? Then you'll succeed really fast. For example, today you have to meet someone. Alrighty? Don't just go to the person and say, hey, my name is Peter. Go to the person and be 100%. Say, hey, my name is Peter. I'm really happy to meet you. What do you do? Oh my God, that is amazing, right? You have to be 100%. You're sending an email to someone, really important. Maybe you have a list of emails, potential customers. Research a little bit. Do the best email you can, right? visualize in your mind how these people are going to buy your product and service. Every single action that you do have to be the best action. So this is the secret here in this stage. You're doing as many things that you can do every single day, and every single action that you take has to be done 100%. So for example, today for me, I have to do certain amount of things, right? I have to do seven things. Maybe I have to shoot a video, maybe I have to meet with a few people, maybe I have to send a few emails, maybe I have to check something, maybe I have to do research, maybe I have to give some tasks to one of our employees, right? And every single thing that I have to do, I have to really focus and do it 100%. If I do it 50%, it's not going to be as effective. Does this make sense? This is great, and almost no one is doing this. I hope you do this. Now, the next thing is choosing the industry. Now, how are you going to get rich, right? How are you going to choose the vehicle for getting rich? Because a lot of people get rich in Silicon Valley building Facebook and YouTube and all these other software applications. A lot of people get rich in online marketing, network marketing, coaching, speaking, all kinds of industries, right? So whatever you can think of. And so the goal here is how you choose your industry, and if you already chose an industry, if you already chose a vehicle to use, how do you actually go about getting rich in this specific industry, right? Well, here's what you have to do, and this is what Wallace Wattles says, right? I'm not coming out with this formula out of nowhere. I'm pretty much getting the best from Wallace Wattles books, and I'm paraphrasing it in a way so that you get it, so that you understand it, giving you the examples that you can relate to, so that you can have the success in your life that you really deserve for yourself and your family. How's that? Well, what you have to do first is you have to choose the industry, right? And you have to build your skills to the highest extent in this specific industry. Now, this sounds like a cliche, but here's what it is. Now, almost no one is doing this. Let's say people start with affiliate marketing and they say, okay, I'm going to get rich with affiliate marketing. I'm going to be promoting products and services online. This is a great industry. I see a lot of millionaires. I'm going to be doing the same. Well, the mistake that a lot of people are making is they say, okay, I'm going to practice and I'm going to be doing this and I'm going to try to make money, and sooner or later I'm indeed going to be making a lot of money. Well, that is not how you get to become rich the fastest way possible. The fastest way possible, if you ask Wallace Wattles, right, this is what he puts in his book, is by identifying, alrighty, the skills in the specific industry that are needed to be successful. You have to identify the skills in this specific industry. Okay, well, you chose to, for example, build an online course that is your own. Take your knowledge, passion, skills, and advice and build your online course so that other people can buy, and you can serve a lot of people at the same time throughout the world with your knowledge, advice, and skills that they buy your online course. Great. Well, then you have to identify, well, what are the skills that are needed? What are the skills that are needed? And then you're going to say, okay, maybe I have to be good at researching. I have to be good at researching. If you research for the best information, you put it at one place, you package it, you make it compelling. What else? Maybe you have to be able to make really good presentations so that other people see the value in what you have. So you get the idea. So basically you have to learn what are the skills needed to succeed in this industry. Well, now this is kind of like a common sense, but what most people don't realize is you have to look at the skills in a little bit of a different way. All right? You have to say, okay, let me look at these skills in a different angle. How can I look at these skills to succeed in the specific industry in a way that I'm naturally good at? This is what Wallace Wattles says. He says, if you choose an industry that you're naturally good at succeeding in, if you have naturally the skills that you can utilize, then you're going to succeed way faster. So it's about having the skills. There's no way around it. You have to build the skills that are needed in the specific industry, but if you're naturally kind of having a little bit of the skills and then you just build upon them, it's a little bit easier. So you have to look at them or at the specific industry and say, what are my specific natural skills that I can build upon? For example, for me, I'm not great at speaking per se, but I'm very analytical. So the way I build companies, the way I build online courses, the way for example, speak to you, is I'm very analytical. I'm really good at putting systems together. So you see, I'm using my strengths right now, and I build upon my skills of how do I research and how do I build great systems to make sure that people succeed. I'm building our companies the same way. I'm putting different pieces together, different employees together, different people together, and then when I'm teaching people, I'm putting all these pieces together to make sure people succeed, because I'm very analytical. You see, and depending on your strengths, you're going to build your skills in this specific way. Alright? The second thing that you have to do here when you choose the industry on how are you going to get rich is you have to pretty much feel your present place. Feel your present place. Now, Wallace Wattles speaks about this a lot, and what this means is that, see, when you start in business, what you have to do is you have to pretty much become great at what you start. You know what I mean? For example, before Global Expert Space, we were building this other company for Europe, and it was a smaller company. It was in a different language, and we were specifically serving specific niche market. For example, with Global Expert Space, in fact, we just started this channel and the company and so forth, so you haven't seen it blow up yet, but there's a big audience that we can reach, and we can really serve a lot of people. Not so with the other company. It was a very specific niche market that we were helping people. And so a lot of people were telling me, Peter, why are you giving your best? Why are you building your skills here? Why are you doing this? You have to serve the whole world. You have to do this. You have to do that. You can do way bigger things. But my goal was, as Wallace Wattles puts it, to feel my present place. I wanted to build this company. I really wanted to help as many people as we can, and I wanted to build it to the biggest possible extent that we can, providing the specific case, right? We were a little bit limited, but providing the specific thing, I wanted to really feel it to the maximum, build it the best way possible, provide the best support to people, really help them, because when you feel your present place, what is happening is that you learn a lot and you improve your skills way quicker. You see what I mean? So when you start in business, when you're setting as a goal to make $1 million, for example, what I've learned from a lot of billionaires, not only millionaires, but billionaires, is that their first year or 2 years, they focus on learning as much, okay? They're not focusing on making as much money. In fact, they would spend more time learning stuff and applying this stuff rather than money-making activities. Yeah, of course, they're trying to make as much money as possible, but this is not their goal at the beginning. Their goal is to learn as much and apply these things that they're learning. So the same thing with you want to feel your pleasant place. You want to become the best that you can in your specific position, and then God, the universe, infinite intelligence is going to provide you with more opportunities to get even better at what you're doing, and is going to provide you even more opportunities to be able to get even bigger rewards. So at no time you say, oh, what I'm doing right now is small. You see, what I'm doing right now doesn't have big opportunities, and because of this, getting desperate. You see, if you have one customer, if you have one person watching your videos, if you have only 2 people caring about what you're doing, you know, serve them the best way possible, because only when you feel your place, only when you do the best that you possibly can at a certain smaller level, only then you're going to be presented with bigger opportunities, with bigger ideas, with bigger challenges in business, and you're going to have your skills improved in such a way that you can then crush it. Because most people succeed in the industry in year 4, in year 5, kind of start to succeed year 6, 7. I believe you can do it way faster. You can succeed on the 2nd, 3rd year really fast, even in some cases in months, but you have to focus on learning as much as possible, building your skills and filling up your present place. Alright, and now the best part, you ask me, Peter, how do I make money now? Alright, this is the science of getting rich, achieving your financial goals. What does Wallace Wattles says when it comes to making money immediately, and how does money come to me? Pretty much, right? And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, money is just about trading your value, trading what you create. You can create it to yourself, just like I mentioned, with online courses, or just not just by the other more complicated ways, is, for example, not the internet, not online courses, software. This is the new era. I believe this is going with the wave right now. This is how you succeed fast and really making a difference. But what other entrepreneurs have been doing decades and decades and centuries back is building real businesses, right? Like factories, and building physical products, which is more complicated, and still creating, right? You still have to create, whether it's a physical product, whether it's an online course, whether it's a software, a website like Facebook, and this kind of stuff. But see, the way to succeed fast is by having other people buying your products, right? Because when they buy your products, you accumulate wealth and then you become a millionaire or whatever the case is, right? So the way to do it fast, the first thing that you have to do, Wallace Wattles says, is go the extra mile. This so few people do it, so easy. This is the easiest strategy for making money fast, I believe, and really succeeding in your business by adding massive value to the market. Going the extra mile. Now, what does this mean? Napoleon Hill speaks about it all the time. In fact, this is Napoleon Hill's third principle for success, one of the most important. And he's saying, see, the way to succeed fast in business. He learned this from Andrew Carnegie, the richest person with John D. Rockefeller back in the days. And he said, the easiest way to promote yourself in business, to promote yourself in life, is, for example, you create a product, okay? And you create a product and you say, okay, now what are other people charging for this product? What is the competition charging for this product? Well, other people are charging, for example, $2,000 for this product. Okay, everyone is charging $2,000 for this product, and when you buy it for $2,000 from the competition, you get this, and this. Okay, well, you say, okay, I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to create this product, but I'm going to make it better. And if you buy this product from me, I'm going to give you this, and this, and I'm going to give you something extra from me, and I'm going to hire more people to help you with this. Even if you're a single person, you don't need any employees or whatever the case is, right? You're giving way more than what you're charging, right? So at the beginning, you're not making a lot of money. You see, at the beginning, your goal is to build your business. At the beginning, your goal is to kind of build your skills. And at the beginning, your goal is to build your reputation. You go the extra mile. Then what is happening is, for example, you have this $1,000 product. Then you create a $1,500 product, which is $1,500. And then you provide even more value to people for this product. And again, you say, I'm going to give you more. This, and this more than anyone else. And little by little, you're promoting yourself. Little by little, you're getting more customers. In fact, Sam Walton, again, he was the richest person in the whole world, again, in the 70s, 80s, something like this here in the States, in the whole world. And he said the same thing. Well, I don't care about making a lot of money with one store. I care about making everything that we sell in our stores really cheap. Right, it's really inexpensive. I want people to buy cheap groceries and everything cheap for their house so that they're not spending a lot of money. I don't care about making a lot of money, right? I care about serving a lot of people, right? So the same thing. If you're going the extra mile, if you go this, then what happened to Sam Walton? He became the richest person in the world. Walmart is right now employing millions and millions of people. It's crazy. It started with one store, one single Walmart. For 5 years, he had this one little store, and now Walmart, the biggest probably chain in the whole world, because he was going the extra mile. Provide more value than anyone else. This is the secret. And you can start out. It's really easy. You say, Peter, why would anyone listen to me? Do stuff for free. Tell the people, I'm going to help you for free. How difficult is this? I'm going to help you for free, and try to give people the best that you can. Then say, okay, and now I have a product also, but it's really cheap. It's $25, $30, whatever, $50. And then give it to people, right? Provide more than anyone else, and they're going to take notice of you. They're going to start working with you, and then little by little, you raise your prices, and then still you give them way more than anyone else. Really easy. No one is doing this. Now, there's another thing though, Wallace Wattles says, besides the going the extra mile, is you have to do another thing that no one is doing, okay? And now I'm going to tell you the secret here. And Wallace Wattles doesn't give examples because he doesn't want to pretty much make it feel kind of like it's something that people don't really like. You know, sometimes people don't want to be said exactly what they have to do, because most of the people would be like, you know, this is not cool to do this. You know, this is not nice. But I'm going to tell it to you anyway, because I feel if you apply, you're going to have a big difference in your life and business. What you have to do is you have to give people the impression for increase. Okay, what does this mean? Now, Wallace Wattles says this, of course. He says you have to give people the impression for increase. What does this mean? Now, every single person that you're meeting, okay, who did you meet today? I want to ask you. Well, think about it. Who did you meet today? Who are you going to meet tomorrow? How are your customers going to see you? Are they going to see you? How are your potential partners going to see you? Okay, and when you meet with them, and when you met with the people you met today, when you communicated with them, did they say, oh my God, this person is great. I want to work with this person. This person is really smart. I feel like if I'm around this person, I'm going to learn a lot. I want to be around this person. Do people say this about you? Because if they don't, that means that you're not applying this principle that Wallace Wattles says you have to give people the impression for increase. So how do you do this? How do you do this? Well, the way you do this is really simple. The first thing, and he doesn't say how to do it, I'm going to tell you how to do it in my opinion, right? And you're going to check it out, you're going to see if it works or not. The first thing is you're going to try to give maximum value to everyone that you meet. Okay, when you meet, your goal is how do I give this person value? But the second thing that you have to do that almost no one is doing is not just about giving people the value. Because you give people a lot of value, they don't appreciate it. They say, okay, I guess that's fine. They're just giving value, but no big deal. But what you have to do is you have to make sure that people understand that what you're giving them is valuable. You see, this is very big that I just told you. I don't know if you got it. Most people probably didn't get it. But you have to make sure that what people see you're doing, they have to understand that it's valuable. And the way you do this is you can say, for example, just like I'm saying, I hope that what I just taught you is valuable. Okay? You see, for example, right now this video finishes, I'm telling you, I hope that you like this video. I hope it was valuable to you. And you say, in fact, Peter, this video was valuable to me. You know, this makes sense. This video was valuable to me. In fact, I did get a lot of value. Now you'd say, this is obvious, right? They either got value from you or they either didn't get value. But it's not like this. People don't think about this stuff. Sometimes they get value, they say, okay, that's fine. But when you tell them, I hope this is giving you a lot of value. See, I put so much time, for example, building this system and saying, how can I help people to come to this video, right? There's so many people reading this book. I have it right here. Let me just take it. So many people read this book and don't have the results that they want. So I wanted to build this video with our team. I wanted to make it really special. So I really hope that you enjoy this. You see what I'm doing right here? I make sure that you understand that, you see, I'm working really hard to make sure that you succeed. Do you get this? So you have to ask yourself, well, how do I give this impression to my potential customers so that they really continue working with me and that I can give them even more value? Do you understand? And now, what do you think about this formula? I pretty much finished with the formula. I think it was great. Now, of course, this is just my opinion, and now I'll tell you some really cool stuff. Probably you're asking, what is this? This here that we just missed is the frequency of your willpower. Okay? Your frequency of willpower. So the frequency of willpower, you have to think about your vision all the time. You have to be obsessed about your goals all the time, your specific goal. You have to think about it. It has to be frequent, and you have to point your willpower, as Wallace puts it, you have to point it into thinking about your goals and plans. You have to create all the time, being grateful, believing, having efficient days, building your skills in the industry, filling up your present place. And when it comes to making this money, right, what you have to do is going the extra mile, providing the value. So when you're charging people money, giving them way more than what anyone else would give them, and making sure that they appreciate what you're doing. See, this is the goal. This is how you succeed. If I have to be honest, you know, personally, I feel like Wallace Wattles missed some things. For example, the mastermind principle. I believe that you need other people to succeed in your business. You need to advise with other people on how to succeed. Wallace Wattles skipped this. He didn't speak about this, at least not to my knowledge, or he mentions it kind of, but just a little bit. So this is kind of what is missing here, but don't worry about this for now. We're going to be shooting our videos. I'm going to be doing other videos on the complete formula with the mastermind principle, etc. But this is everything that you need to know, because most people, you know what is the biggest reason they fail? And we've served thousands of students with our other company. Right now with Global Express, we're starting to serve more and more people in English. Maybe you'll be one of these people. But the biggest mistake they make is they don't create. They don't create. You're never going to get rich if you don't get into the habit of creating. And I was wondering, well, what can we give people who watch this video to the very end? Because it's a long video, isn't it? What can we give them so that they can learn something else from us? Maybe people say, Peter, what else can I learn from you? And the best thing I feel you can learn if you've watched this whole video is how to create something. So we created a great free mini series. It's 100% free. It's a really high quality. Also, we showed it in skyscrapers, we showed it in different places, beautiful places, mansions, stuff like that. You're going to absolutely love this. And we created this free mini series that you can watch 100% free. I believe in the training below, teaching you how you can start creating content and how you can create your online course, how you can build videos like this, maybe for YouTube, maybe for the internet, how you can create online courses, taking your passion, skills and advice, what you've learned back through the days. Maybe you know about fitness, maybe you know about nutrition, maybe you're a great graphic designer. Hey, maybe we have people even in network marketing. You know what they do? They create the online course and they promote this to other people, and they say, hey, if you join the company, if you buy this product, I'm also going to give you this online course. They build their teams quicker. We have people in affiliate marketing. We have coaches that create extra trainings, for example, for holistic medicine, so they have extra body. Because if you don't have your online course, you don't have your product. This is your business card. So I said, what better than this, than actually creating this free mini series and providing it for free to the people who watch this video. So this is my gift to you. I hope you watch it. It's just in the link below, and this is a great way to continue pretty much this training and go forward from here. So I hope you appreciate this video. Now below, first, before you start watching the training series and going with this and learn about creating content and how to create in the online course and all these amazing things, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please, you have to leave me a comment, because even if it's something like, Peter, this is awesome, thank you so much, because this is just helping us so much. Remember, we're trying to build this YouTube channel. You're going to participate in a tombola. If you subscribe to the channel, we're giving away iPhones, we're giving away books, we're giving away all these things. So you're going to participate in this when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Please subscribe and let me know in the comments below. It's really helping this video, it's really helping the channel. And then hit the like button as well. This is really going to help. Most people don't realize, they say, I kind of like it, they don't subscribe, they don't comment, they don't hit the like button, and it doesn't help us. So this is the only thing I ask, and then I'll see you in the free training series. Can't wait. Hope this was valuable. Once again, see, I have to say this, I do what I preach. So I hope this was valuable to you. I hope this gave you a lot of value, and I'll see you on the other side with the training series. Thank you so much.